Popping.
All right, we're recording on Facebook. We're live on Facebook now. Happy Friday, everybody. This is the storm before the, this is the calm before the storm, as I should say. Want to say, what's up, Dexter? How are you?
All right. I'm ready.
You ready?
Ready. Do it.
We got 1 minute. We got 2 minutes.
All right, let's jam it up.
I'm gonna play this video at the top since when nobody's really in yet, okay?
All right, let's go. We can do it. Let's just keep it moving straight up.
All right, let's
go. Let's go. We got them. They'll jump in. They'll be on in a minute.
All right, after we open up with the song, I'm gonna play this video. Okay, it's a quick video.
Do it.
No All right, sweat. Let's get it popping, Juice. Let's go. What's up? What's up? It's always on with Tonya Jay featuring DJ J. You Ice. Happy DJ Friday.
What's up,
Jay?
What's up, it's super sunny. I don't know where I am. Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Am I on mute?
No, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. So what's going on? Okay. It's Good Friday today. We got a lot to talk about. We got some good guests coming in. What's going on, Jay?
To be in the city. The city's popping. Boats are on the Hudson. I'm west of Manhattan. I'm what we call the Hudson Greenway, which is a bike route and a restaurant and so forth. So I'm excited about Friday. It's like Super Friday.
I know.
67 degrees. You know, where you at? Where you at?
I'm stuck in this house. But it's okay. It's all right. Look, I want to play this video because it makes me feel good, and I want everybody to feel good. It's Friday. Everybody to take their shoes off, their wigs off, their bras off, and everything else, and just chill. So I'm gonna play this video real quick. Hold on a second.
Rub those toes down.
Here we go.
It's been a goddamn year of coronavirus. All I want to do is feel good right now. I'm trying to get endorphins and serotonin and dopamine pumping in this goddamn hole. Trying to feel good, man, feel good. Feel real good with the bottom of the motherfucking feet. I'm trying to feel good when I'm walking, when I'm talking, when I'm working. I'm trying to feel good, baby, please. I'm trying to feel good.
Hey, trying to feel good on a Friday. Trying to feel good all day on a Friday. That's right.
It's been a goddamn year of coronavirus.
Hold on, let me stop him.
I would put that under the description of he was going bananas. Huh?
He always goes bananas. That's Mark Riblet, if you all don't know. He's like a famous artist. Gives all the crazy songs, and he makes them up right there on the spot. So I found that one today. I had to do it because I want to feel good. I don't know about y'all. Do you want to feel good?
Well, we got to shout him out. Well, you know, that's what we all about on Friday. That's why we tunes in. We're going to be talking about love and post-pandemic. We've been doing that for a month now. We've been digging it. Went through your birthday with it. Everybody had a birthday. Everybody had a holiday. Everybody was in the house. And now, you know, we're reveling in what's next. As you can see, the sun's out. People are shining. We're grooving. So, we were talking about the tease question, and we'll come back to is like, where was your favorite kiss? And I thought that was pretty exciting,
Right.
What's your favorite kiss? So,
My favorite
when I
kiss?
think about stuff like that, yeah.
Hold on, I'm sending Vincent the links. Sometimes I don't know what be going on with the Zoom. 3121.
All good.
All right, so yeah, there we go. Hopefully he can get on.
We're live. He's going to check us in a run. We're live, so he'll catch us on,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Good.
So anyways, yeah, we're talking about your first kiss. I had put it out on Facebook, y'all. A scenario. You're out on a date. The girl or the guy is looking good. You go in for the kill, for the kiss. And they got
right.
They got bad breath. So what do? Do you finish the kiss, or do you stop, dropping, ghost? So let me know. Just hit me up on the post. I'm watching them right now. Hit me up on the mess. Send me a message. What would you do? Kiss the bad breath, or would you stop, dropping, ghost them? What would you do, Jay?
I tell you one thing. Well, I would keep going. I'm nasty, so I would keep going. But I would. I saw on television that we all got strung out on this summer or winter. I can't, months and days all squeezed together. Was Bridgerton, and in the Netflix series of Bridgerton, it didn't look like anybody was stopping and dropping. If the times were accurate, everybody wasn't wearing their fancy, Chanel parfum. So it didn't look like people was really slowing down on the phrase. So I would say but I think my first kiss came in 6th grade. I went to the movies with my next door neighbor. And we went to see a scary movie, I think. I don't know, one of those black exploitation movies, I think, like Coffee or something. And that was just something of fun, and I remember that. But I don't know if my best kiss, but it was definitely my first memorable, kiss.
You always remember your first everything. I hope you do. We got Vincent Hill in the house.
Hey, what's going on, people?
All right, how are you?
Good, man. Hey, I need to get up to the city and come see y'all. We need to go hang out as best we can, anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah. The city is hot. I can give you a little bit of view. The Hudson River there. There was a boat going by. Yeah, Vince. So we got big time. Vince is doing well. How many years you been in Tulsa now?
A year and a half now. So coming up on 2 years in July, I guess. So almost 2 years. I've been at Channel 2 there in Tulsa. The weekend.
What's the call letters, Vince?
What's that?
The call letters.
KGRH.
Okay, you've been there almost 2 years. You're the weekend anchor, right?
Yeah, weekend anchor. I usually have, not to toot my own horn, the #1 show in the market, on the weekend. So,
Very nice.
Yeah. I'm trying to do a little something.
Well, we're excited. We haven't seen you in a minute, but there's a lot to discuss. We're talking about the pandemic. We're talking about some of the hot topics, of course, you can't avoid, which is the Chauvin case and some of the police stuff that's happening. But outside of that, the city's opening up. Plenty of people got vaccinated. We're dealing with the Memorial this weekend. I was going to try to go to the Barclay, but
I don't
getting
know
on the subway
that.
for a long time is a long run.
Right.
Yeah. And I heard that was only for family and friends at the Barclay tomorrow.
But it's going to be stacked outside in the streets. So.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, DMX. I mean, he did so much for the hip hop game.
I'm going to miss his raspy voice. I mean, every time you hear his voice, it just gets you hyped.
It gets you hyped, doesn't it?
Yeah. All his songs get me hyped. I'm like, ready to throw chairs, like those rock songs and stuff like that. He was the rap version of the rock people.
Right. DMX could probably go to McDonald's and order a Happy Meal, and you'd be hyped that he's ordering a Happy Meal. Let me get that cheeseburger.
I think Mike Tyson used to come out to him.
Yeah, he did. That's right. He did.
Mike Tyson used to come out to DMX.
Mike Tyson did. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Vincent, tell us a little bit about yourself before we move on to these beautiful topics. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Maybe some people got some stories for you could put on in Oklahoma.
Well,
So Vincent, tell us a little bit about.
yeah, so Vincent Hill, weekend anchor for Channel 2 in Tulsa, KJRH, the NBC affiliate. Been there about 2 years. Hopefully moving on to a bigger market once my contract is up. Only time will tell.
Don't rush it. Don't rush it.
You know what? That's what Dana says too. Don't rush it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. You know.
Exactly. Because it sounds like you know, I mean, we're gonna stick with you for a minute, but it sounds like things are going well. I hear you just moved into a brand new place. I hear, read on Facebook. You're pretty active on social media.
Yeah. So I moved downtown. I did the whole downtown thing. You know, I figured my kids are out of the house. They're grown. You know, I'm almost 50. I may as well switch it up. First time ever living downtown.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I only went up by like $25 in rent. So I said, well, you can't really beat that. So
there you go. Can't beat that with a bat.
That's right.
You feel.
So Vince, let's put on your law enforcement hat for 30 seconds so we can hit this and get out of it.
Yep.
Okay, 1 second. Vince, can you turn down your volume on your
Blue skies, baby. Blue skies.
Or just mute it. Just mute it.
You know what? I think I have you guys playing on Facebook in the background too.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's what the problem was.
The reverb.
We got the reverb going on.
How about now?
Yep. Perfect.
All right.
Well, before we put on your law enforcement hat, since you moved downtown, so did you get married? You don't have to answer that.
Nah.
Wait a minute. You better not have him.
That's not happening.
Well, you had many jobs. You had many.
You know.
You changed your career several times. I mean, you were in the military for how long? And
Yeah, so I was Army 8 years, police for about 5.5. Then I got into credit card fraud, and I did that for 11 years, and now I'm a news anchor.
Wow. What?
You look like a news anchor. You look like a news anchor.
And he sounds like one too. But he reinvents himself. I mean, you're good at reinventing yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you have to do. You always have to reinvent, right? I mean,
Right.
if you stay in the same place, you're not getting anywhere. So, you know, I wanted to take on this challenge, and I talked to Jay about it, who was and still is very instrumental in my career and where I am. And, you know, he said, go for it. You know, even when people were like, nah, it's not going to happen. You know, you didn't go to school for this. You're too old. Yeah, I just went out on a limb and went for it. And here we are, you know.
Look me now. People got
Right.
the papers.
In your next book. Vince is also an author. I mean, he wrote a couple of books.
Yeah, so I wrote 2 books about the murder of Steve McNair. I've been working on the 3rd book for probably a year and a half now, but, you know, being an anchor and reporter, your time is kind of taken. So that book's kind of on stall. But ironically, next month, I'm supposed to fly to Nashville and meet the filmmaker actually from Brooklyn. That's
That's
Nashville to possibly do a movie about that. So I'm excited about that. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is so good.
As they say, get the as Issa Rae says, get the money up front.
Yeah, right. Yeah. If he's not talking money, I'm not talking, you know.
Right.
You know. Well, keep in mind there's other things to it, but yeah, I understand. We all understand what you mean, but
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of tools out there. So, but again, you know, take your time, blah blah blah. Don't sign anything too quick. See how it rolls. Don't say no. You know.
Yeah.
Feel it out. You know what to do.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what to do.
So Chauvin.
Yeah, law enforcement hat. Well, before you go to Chauvin, what about Dante Wright?
Dante Wright.
In
right? Yeah.
Minneapolis or Minnesota.
Right.
So, you know, one thing I always say is you have to look at all of these police cases individually, right? You can't lump them all in together because all the circumstances are different. You know, it's tragic that Dante died. I mean, I've been in that situation where people are fighting you, resisting you, trying to get back in the car, and you never want that to happen as a police officer. I think there was a training issue there, and I think there was probably an equipment issue. And when I say that, a lot of departments, unfortunately, carry your taser on the same side as your gun, right? Your dominant side. which is asking for trouble. If you remember, there was a kid killed in Oakland the same way. They made a movie about it. It happened here in Tulsa with the reserve deputy. So anytime you have your less than lethal weapon on the same side as your dominant weapon, keep in mind, departments didn't go to tasers. Like, they didn't already have tasers. A lot of departments started getting those as time went on. And when you train to just go for your gun all the time, it becomes muscle memory. So in the heat of the moment, and I don't want to, second guess her decision. I wasn't there. In the heat of the moment, could she have thought she was going for a taser? Absolutely. Yeah. Right. But at the same time, could she have done something else other than taser? Because quite frankly, I've seen tasers not work all the time. So you had two officers there. Could they have actually got him out of the car?
I mean, he was a small guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, do you have to escalate immediately to taser? Yeah, it's less than lethal. But, having done that job and been in that situation, you got two officers there. I'm not saying you can easily get them out of the car because, listen, two officers here in Tulsa, one is dead, but one is.
What's so important that he had to be arrested at that moment? What was so important or urgent that he had to be arrested right then?
Okay, we got another guest joining us.
That's Anthony Toll. I'm sorry, Mike. Anthony, welcome.
Hey, Anthony.
Hey, guys.
Vincent.
Hey, guys, I'm driving. I'm gonna turn on the video when I stop driving.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't drive and video at the same time. But from what I understand, I think he had some active warrants or something like that. I don't know. Again, I wasn't there. I'm just speaking as someone that's done that job. That's probably, taser's less than lethal, but at the same time, could they have done something else? Absolutely. But at the same time, here in Tulsa, one officer's dead. One officer got shot in the head for trying to pull someone out of the car. So it's not as easy as it may seem.
Right.
But
well, I heard your colleague Cheryl. You know Cheryl from LA?
Yeah.
Cheryl Darcy?
Yeah.
You this is the first time, because I've been listening, we all have been. But I didn't know that you can carry your firearm and your taser on the same dominant side. Now this is the first time I'm hearing that. Because everybody go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And see, I think that's a huge problem because, again, a lot of officers come on the department without tasers. You may get it issued at a later time. You may get it issued immediately, but your training, when you're in the academy, you're training to pull that firearm out of the holster and put it on target. And it becomes muscle memory. So when you put a taser on the same side as your gun, you're asking for trouble. Your taser should always be on your non-dominant side, just like your pepper spray is usually across you. There's certain tools that you put across your body so you don't mistake them for your gun. And anytime you have your gun and your taser in the same spot, that's a disaster waiting to happen, in my opinion.
Wait a minute. So is the taser
what were you saying, Anthony?
Weight? Hold on one second. Is the taser the same weight as the gun? Because even when she pulled it out, she should have figured out she had the gun. Something heavier.
It's not the same weight, and again, I did hear her saying taser.
Right. Which
again is muscle memory too. When you pull out your taser, you say taser.
Right.
You pull out your pepper spray, you say I'm going to spray you. Everything's muscle memory. It's not the same weight, but at the same time, she's probably acting in the heat of the moment, that split-second decision that cops are forced to do, unfortunately, and didn't put two and two together. And when your adrenaline is up, your hand's not saying, "Oh, this is really light" versus this is really heavy. It's the laws of physics. It would happen to anybody, police or non-police. It would happen that way. Again, it's tragic, but I think the bigger issue is why is that department allowing their officers to carry their taser on the exact same side as their firearm? It's a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I want to give the officer the benefit of the doubt. I really don't think she got up and said, "I want to kill this kid this morning and ruin my life." I just don't see that. But I do think that Vincent, what do you think about the fact that maybe she might have been like kind of showing off because she was I guess she was training one of them and she's like taser, and she wasn't thinking. I'm thinking that might have happened.
No,
Does that happen where you have an officer trying to kind of like show how tough they can be, and then they slip
No.
up like that?
I mean, I don't think she was showing off in that moment, in the
Okay.
moment of escalation, right? Now, do cops get the big head and, you know, don't want people to question their authority, especially when they're training some rookie? Absolutely. But
Right.
I think that kind of went out the window. Even if she was, I think that went out the window once the situation escalated and Dante got back in the car, because, you know, let's be
See,
honest.
that's the problem, right? That's the problem, right? I mean,
That's the problem.
I feel bad for him because I heard his mentor say that he's had these conversations with Dante. He got him on the basketball team. He's
Right.
had numerous conversations with all these teens and no, they're not tweens, but these young men about what to do. He had the talk, as they say.
Right.
So
Yeah,
what,
the same talk I have with my son and other people, right? This is what
Yeah,
you do.
but he
don't
well,
do.
in his defense, he complied. He complied initially. The cop did the wrong thing, from what I've heard from the experts. Is he was supposed to be taken to the back of the car first of all to be handcuffed. So, and secondly, why are we holding a 20-year-old kid to a perfect standard and not hold her to a higher standard?
Well,
You know, he's 20 years old.
well,
First of all,
here's
let's
where I'll
introduce Anthony
disagree.
Tall for a second. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Anthony,
Yeah.
so we know who's talking. So the audience in London and New York and Tulsa and New Jersey knows who's talking. Anthony, introduce yourself so we know what's happening here.
Anthony Tarr, sports agent extraordinaire, criminal defense attorney. I did law and crime with Vincent before. But what I was,
welcome to the show.
Welcome.
I'm in
Welcome
Los
to the
Angeles
show.
right now.
Happy
Yeah, I'm
Friday.
in Los Angeles right now. Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles right now.
Oh wow.
But I guess what I was just trying to say is, it's unfair to hold the 20-year-old. I mean, 20-year-olds, that's what they do. They make mistakes, man.
Well,
This lady was on the force 6 years before 20 years. He wasn't born to 6 years. She was on the force 6 years.
Here's where I'll disagree, where you say he did everything right. Once they attempted to put the handcuffs on him because he had a warrant, once he resisted, no matter how you slice and dice it, the police job is to protect and serve the community. And part of that service means if this person has an active warrant, they have to go to jail, right? So once he resisted, she was using, up until the point she killed him, the amount of force necessary to effect the arrest. Now, let's say Dante got away, he speeds off, and he hits the old lady that's walking down the street.
Right.
Who are they going to hold accountable? They're going to hold that police officer accountable because she didn't do her job to protect and serve. Because the minute he gets in that car, he could have pulled out a gun. Again, he could have sped off and killed a little kid walking across the street.
Right.
Kept going. So it's her job, once he's under arrest, to make sure that arrest goes down. So we can't say that.
That's a fair point.
And I hate to say it, that's what we do, especially in the Black community. We can't just say that he was completely innocent, because that is not accurate.
Because it's not true.
Right? Once he resisted, she had to do what she had to do to affect
Exactly. And I hate to say it too.
I said he made a mistake.
Hey.
I said he made a mistake by getting away. I'm saying to hold him to a higher standard, say he should be perfect when he's 20 years old. No, I didn't say he was innocent. And I get your point, and that's a very good point. And I thought the same thing. He has a warrant out, even though it's a misdemeanor gun. If he goes and kills someone with that gun later on that day or that week or that month, they're going to be like, oh, they had the kid and they let him get away. I get it. But I guess what advocates are saying and what I'm saying is, why is he being pulled over anyway? You take a picture of the license tabs, send him a fucking ticket in the mail, you know?
That's
That
not
doesn't-
gonna, you
that
know,
doesn't
that's
work
not
that
gonna
way.
happen. That's not
That
gonna
doesn't work
happen.
that way.
I'll let
That's not gonna happen. They will pull you over if you have a light blow out.
I have taxes.
Tanya, can you get any social media interaction on this about what do they think about how police operate in minute by minute decisions? See if we can get any interaction there, because that is the big deal.
Second by second
before we
decision.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, Jay, second by second decisions. Now, what I would love to do is transition to Chauvin, or Chauvin, however you say it.
Right. Okay.
Because
I know. How do you say it?
I think
Chauvin.
I've heard it so many times, like, I don't know, so different ways. I don't know.
I
But-
stopped saying it because I said I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm
He-
like, Joe.
he had every opportunity. And listen, we can argue that maybe George would have died because he swallowed meth or whatever it was. Maybe he would have. We don't know. But Chauvin had every opportunity to prevent that from happening. And here's the guy, when I look at him, when I watch that video, he's that guy. And Anthony, we were just talking about it. Oh, I'm going to show off. Right?
Yeah. I mean,
No
he was
question
sitting on
my
his
point.
neck showing off. You see how he had his hand on his hip? He was showing off.
And he's the prime example of what Anthony was saying. Like, I'm going to show off these other cops that are here, you know, in 9.5 minutes. And listen, I've handcuffed people. I've had them laying on the ground, which you're not supposed to do, laying on your stomach, because it's called positional asphyxiation, because your chest can't expand and compress the way it should be when you're laying flat on your stomach.
Right.
You cannot get up from that position. And I was taught in the academy, once those cuffs are on, the fight's over, right?
Right.
He's handcuffed. Like, if he wants to kick and scream, and I've had people not want to get in the car, kick and scream, great. I'm going to just let you get tired until you're ready to get in this car, or I'm going to call for a van, or I'm going to do whatever I need to do. I'm more upset, and I think Chauvin got exactly what he deserved. Like, no doubt about it. He should have been found guilty on all charges.
But the sentencing is going to be the tricky part with Chauvin, right?
Yeah, because he doesn't have a record. And
why does everybody keep saying that? He should get 40 years. I mean, this judge knows the world is watching him. He doesn't have a record. But the first time he went big. No, I mean, I've been a criminal defense attorney for years, 20 years. And I would argue up and down, he got hella mitigating factors. No priors. That's all we look for to. No priors. But when he went big. I mean, basically first degree murder.
Right.
He went as you could go. So if that judge gives him anything less than 25 years, I mean,
let me ask you a question. When I drive, should we be nervous? You know, because that seems to be, I mean, I understand Chauvin, I understand Wright, and even the young girl, Brian, what's her name? In Ohio, there's so many incidents. But now is the incident like, okay, so I'm driving down the highway and I get pulled over. You know, there are times when you need help, but are you going to get so nervous now? Is there that overall anxiety? Because I saw so many sound bites of officers. You watched Lemon the other day. He had 4 African-American officers on. And they were like, my heart skips a beat when the cops pull me over. I was like, wow, is that, you almost.
That's every black man. That's every black man.
Every black person, period. Yeah. Every black person.
Oh, yeah, black person. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah, that's every black person. I'm just speaking from a black man.
We was trying to talk about love, but I guess love just went.
We're gonna get to the love part in the second half of the show. We're gonna take a break at 7:30.
This is the first part is about.
We gotta get to the yuck mouth.
The whole country is on edge. But that's just a black experience that I think we all have. Once those lights behind you, they just give you anxiety. I don't care if you're a captain on the police force, if you a criminal defense attorney, a producer, whatever. That's just our experience.
I would say those lights give everybody anxiety.
I don't know about everybody,
What's that?
I don't know about everybody. I can't speak for everybody. I think if I'm a white woman in the suburbs, the lights kind of mean security to me. But I don't know. Maybe they could.
I mean, I look at numbers and, just in 2020, 32 white people have been shot and killed by white police officers. So again, I think everybody has that anxiety when they get pulled over.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah. When you get pulled over, oh my God, I'm scared. Yeah. Give me a ticket. Whether it's money, the car getting towed, or something, you still have anxiety.
Right.
And it's good to look at the numbers too, because just to be fair, there are many cases out there, like you said, where it is not only Black people, but but it's outrageous, I guess, or more reported as you see what happens to African Americans. So that's been tricky.
Well, that's the but one thing, Jay, that's because per capita, you're right. Yeah, if you do a whole study statistic, more white people have gotten killed by police, obviously, than Black people. But per capita, considering the percentage that Blacks is, it's like 5 to 1. Right. And secondly, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it
I don't
And
know
I'm
what
gonna
Anthony
say
had for breakfast. He must have had like 3 green juices and some oatmeal. What is going on?
Go ahead, Anthony. Go ahead, Anthony.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it, you know, with the expectation that it won't be taken out of context. But we have to remember that most of these police forces were founded as slave catchers. They were the original slave catchers. That is in the DNA of police forces. Vincent knows what I'm talking about, whether he's standing next to a skinhead Marine. They didn't come into the force. They came to the force to kill and prosecute Black people and make the system work the way the system works. So when Ocasio or my girl Talib, who's from Detroit like me, that's my girl,
Right.
when they say it can't be reformed, it's rotten to the core, abolish police. Of course, it sounds stupid. When you say abolish the police, everybody's like, that's stupid. What are you going to do? Not have any protection? But what they're saying is that the DNA of these police forces are designed to shoot, kill, and diminish Black people. And then at a minimum, lock you up for years and keep you in that system. So that's why they're saying it's so rotten to the core. Let's just tear it all down and start over. And I agree with that. I agree with that. I know we need some type of security, but you know, a lot of these rich white neighborhoods in Brentwood and Beverly Hills, they have private security. So if John gets drunk and pulls over on the side of the road, the police come by, someone calls the private security, they come and give him a ride home. A Black person have a couple of drinks and have a license tab expired. They send out 5 cops, which is a lot of money, by the way. A lot of taxpayer money. And then if the Black kid make one little move, he ends up dead, because that is what they are trained to do.
Exactly.
I know people can't understand it, because people will say, well, there's so many Black people and Latino people in the police. What are they? No, it's beyond that. The DNA and the structure of these organizations are originally slave catchers.
So I saw J.U. Weiss, I saw you clap to that. What do you say? What say thou?
He's right.
Why?
No, I don't say too much, but I just only play music. I agree with what you say.
All right, so we're about to take a break real quick. We're going to take a 2-minute break and we'll come right back. Everybody can turn off your mics.
Let's think about that. What that he said, the slave catcher. I'm telling you, let's try to get the social media audience involved in this conversation. Stay close, guys.
Yeah,
Don't
stay close.
leave.
Mute your mics. Mute your mics. 2 minutes. 7:20, 7:32.
Music juice. All right.
Yeah. Of course. Girl, I never meant to make you walk like that. But all this time you holding me back. Yeah. You were the one who begged for this. All of my face and I can't resist. Yeah. I'm hitting it till she go A. Girl, you know that it is A. Told her get down and just sing now. Can't wait another minute, I ain't got no patience. Long outside, you will learn today. Alright. She want me to fuck her like in a straight jacket. Give her that crazy. She steps me like I'm in a straight jacket. She like that crazy bit breaking. She just wanna climb the wall while I take her down. She just wanna scream on top of the yeah. Of course. Girl, I never meant to make you walk like that. Yeah. But all this time you holding me back. Yeah. You the one who begged for this. All in my face and I can't resist. Yeah. I'm hitting it till she go AWOL. Girl, you know this is A1. Told her get down and just sang up. Can't wait another minute.
All right, we're back. Hey, we're back. Happy Friday. Welcome back to Always On with Tonya Jay featuring DJ J.U. Ice. We got our guest, Vincent Hill. We have Anthony Tall up here. Welcome back, y'all.
Vincent Hill.
We are here.
Vincent Hill in Oklahoma.
You.
It's Toast.
All right.
He's out in LA. I was out there about a week or so ago, I guess.
Yeah, I'm getting ready
Oh, wow.
next week actually.
There ain't nothing going on.
Doing a podcast. Go for it.
Yeah.
Woo,
All right.
it's getting
so
chilly
yeah,
all of a
let's get back
sudden.
Jay, you got a coat on. You cold? For real?
I'm
Man, I
cold.
thought it was in the 60s today.
Yeah, exactly. What
It
happened?
was, but they said it was going to get cold tonight, and it is.
Let's get
See
back.
the crowd? See the crowd?
Yeah, I
People
wish
are
I was
out.
out there. It looks nice.
People are out.
Nice. New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.
So
We love
Well,
it.
listen.
we talking about the yuck mouth?
Yeah, we so I had put a poll out there. I was asking people on Facebook and Instagram. So let me pose a scenario to you. Okay, Anthony, we want to segue over to some love stuff.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So here, listen, you're out on a date. The girl or the guy, whoever you're with, looks
Oh,
good. You had a great conversation, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And it's time for the good night kiss. You go in for the kill, but god dang, breath stank. What do you do? Do you kiss them still? Or do you stop, drop, and ghost them? What'd you do?
You kiss her still.
Oh. And then
You
what
kiss her
happened?
still.
Okay, so why?
That's a great question.
Because you nasty like that? How about that?
Because ultimately, as a guy,
Uh-huh.
you're basically in I don't want to say, you're basically in a mode of passing on your genes. Let me say it like that. So your genes generally
Nice.
aren't going to be your genes generally aren't going to be concerned at that moment. At that moment, it's so much about not just depend on how awful the smell is. You know, if it's just a little tart, you maybe had some wine and you had dinner, you can understand. Now, if it's just ghastly,
Yeah,
where
but halitosis for real?
is it that bad?
Yeah.
Okay, then if it's that bad where you can't even, get up the gumption and go in, then yeah, you don't go for it. But if it's just a little bad breath, go for it.
Okay.
Most guys I know, if the girl is fine, gonna go for it, regardless of how bad the breath smell is.
Vincent, what did you say earlier? You said you would do the same thing, or would you roll out?
No, I think I'd pass on that. Like Anthony said, if we just had like Italian and there's like some onions on the breath, okay, that's cool. But if you got, excuse my French, if you got the dookie breath and you're a grown woman, like there's no help for you because that's something you live with every day. It wasn't a one night thing. That's every day. So I'm gonna have to pass. But,
Jay, what do you think? Jay.
It's really unanimous. There's no way. I mean, it could be. I mean, I hate to say put me on blast out there, but it wouldn't. It could be dinosaur breath. I probably wouldn't even notice that either. I'd be laser focused. I'll just keep going. I know I will. I know me.
well,
But,
I guess
you
I'm
ever
the
wake up
butthole
with
here.
somebody and the breath ain't all that? You don't even think about it. The last thing
I'm sorry.
on my mind is breath.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. The first thing on my mind is breath. So
I'm with you.
There you go. There you go.
I'm with Anthony.
I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would dish you like that because you might be a good person and I like you and stuff like that. But you kiss me and I'm like,
Now that's a whole different conversation. People get dissed for a whole lot less than stinky breath.
hey, that's one of them. I think that's.
That's
You
the
be
top
dissing
five
people
right
because you
there.
don't like exactly. You be like, hey, I don't like your music taste. I'm gonna diss you.
Dang, I don't like what you wearing today. I'm out. Your hair,
Yeah.
I'm out.
I know. You didn't call me enough, or you called me too much. I'm ghosting you.
Yeah,
Well, it's funny because Red Fox has this old joke where he says, you can't even be in the bed and tell somebody you love them when they haven't washed day, and he doesn't use the word but. He didn't use the word I said. He's like, what you look like, Lynn? I was like, I love you, and you ain't washed your.
You ain't wash your behind.
Right.
First of all, you're not getting in my bed.
That's an old Red Fox joke.
Right.
And I get that, but a little tart breath. Guys are more concerned with passing on their jeans, and women are other ladies. We can get past that.
I
don't know if you got that morning breath at 5 in the afternoon.
Hey,
I don't know.
I don't think so. Not at 5. I mean, morning time. Okay, I got you. I still ain't gonna kiss you though.
I tell you something. There's a lot more scenarios in a relationship than stinky breath.
Right.
You gotta pick and choose them.
That's why I've been married twice, man.
You always say that. He always mentions that.
That's why we asked him earlier at the top of the show. We like, you married? He's like, he moved to a penthouse spot or condo in
definitely in a penthouse.
Voila. The news ain't gonna voila. All right, so here's another question.
Okay.
That's funny.
That's a good one though.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Do you remember your first kiss?
I do. It was horrible.
It was. What happened?
Well, it was like our teeth were hitting against each other, and it was just painful. Like it hurt because we were gonna go in for the tongue and all this stuff, and it was just like teeth just clashed. Wait
a minute, how old were you?
Oh God. Oh man.
You were in elementary school, or
that's like 6th grade, right?
Yeah, probably about that. And I was just like, oh, good Lord. I don't think we ever spoke after that, to be honest with you. Actually, we did. Funny story. She contacted me like 3 weeks ago out of the blue. I had talked to her in like 25, 30 plus years.
What?
And she's like, hey, I was
VM
watching,
on IG.
Yeah, I was watching For My Man. And I kept saying, man, I know that guy. And then they showed your name. So she actually found an email address and emailed me out of the blue. I swear to God. And
what she said, she want to try that kiss again?
No, y'all can pick up now.
She might have the yuck mouth though. I don't know.
Might have had the yuck mouth. But listen, the reason why I bring up the kissing is because kissing starts up all the adrenaline and stuff like that. For it makes you feel good and everything. So if you're not a good kisser,
yeah, that's true. Like,
I don't know.
Kisser, like,
when you're so young, you don't really know. And kissing and making out is even awkward for older adults.
That's true.
Sometimes the smoothest date, can be totally ruined by an awkward kiss. Or you go in too soon, or you bump her lip.
You bump your foreheads. Boom.
Right.
You bump your forehead. Yeah. So it's usually your hormones are ahead of your brain.
Yeah.
So
or you didn't put your chopsticks on.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't even remember when my first kiss was. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it was in middle school or something like that. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
See, obviously it wasn't impressive enough for you to remember.
Nah, I don't remember. But everybody has a good list. That's what I'm gonna call it, a good list.
Good kissing.
You have that top 3 where that's number 1, that's number 2, and this is number 3. You might even have a top 5 or type.
Good kissers are good lovers. What are we talking about?
That's what I was just about to say.
Well, y'all finding the good lovers. I'm talking about kissing.
Oh yeah, I got a top 3 good lovers now. I sure do.
We like kissing. Kissing is fun. I find kissing to be fun. Like you said, it gets the juices going and so forth. But sometimes I don't feel like kissing.
Yeah, true.
You just want to go for the gusto. Okay, yeah,
I do.
Women
I do.
I'm like that too. We don't want to do all that stuff.
But I haven't heard any say no, thank you. We'd be like, I don't feel like kissing. They don't say. They don't say, well, me neither. They go, okay. Everyone, you usually find the chemistry. That's what it comes down to, and you're.
It does.
everybody's not getting married just because you have like a necking night.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's why Jesus invented a one night stand. I shouldn't say that. I take that back. But you know.
Yeah, well, so yeah, everybody has like three a best kisser. Like Usher had said, you're a good kisser. There's somebody that you be like, oh shit, oops, excuse my language. But
Yeah,
no, I don't. I remember that.
I probably got two.
Two?
Two kissers where I was like, yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have about three, I guess. Yeah, three.
I don't have many.
You have many?
I don't.
You don't kiss, Jay?
Yeah, I do, but I don't have. My list is relatively conservative.
Yeah,
because usually I get turned out and I start getting married, and then I get happy.
Well, you have so many. Well, you used to have like that girlfriend. I know everybody can relate to this. Or the boyfriend in your case, Tonya. Where all you did was kiss when you were like, and you kissed for so long, and like, and then the magic is kind of gone, and you're both sitting there like, now what do we do? So it's kind of, but when you first started kissing, it was the best ever.
Right.
So, but it has to go to another level. So I had a girlfriend who in college, we just kissed so much that our tongue basically would fall off. But at a certain point, the high of that went all the way down until we would at least move to the next stage. And so I think mine is kind of obscured by that experience,
Okay.
I never heard that. I
Not
never
me
heard
either.
that somebody would kiss so long
You
and
never
not
had
go
a
to.
girlfriend? Oh, you probably never had a girlfriend that was a virgin. I had a girlfriend that was a virgin in college, and that was all I was gonna get was kiss.
Oh.
Excuse me. Okay.
I'm sure you ran off and did your thing.
Well, that was respectful. When you dealing with virginity, that's a whole.
Yeah,
that's a different world.
That's it. But that was respect, though. You respected it. That was good.
Yeah.
Hey,
You don't want to be that guy.
He sound like he got a little impatient to me. It sounded like he was like, if we don't go to the next stage, bro, I may have to ghost you.
Like,
so yeah, I had read somewhere where the guy was kissing a girl, liked the girl, kissed the girl, but she had halitosis, and so he ghosted her. That's the only reason why he ghosted her, because he couldn't take the breath. So that's why.
I mean, he could have at least tried it out with like, babe, I got this mouthwash right quick.
People always deny when you hand them gum, they always say freaking no. I don't understand it.
No, I don't. You know what I always ask?
It's very hard to overcome, because I did know a girl who had that, and every guy, she was so pretty too, and every guy just started complaining about that. But there's nothing she could do about it because she had halitosis.
She need to go to the dentist.
She needs to go get that checked out.
Yeah, exactly. You could have handed her a card to a dentist.
Right.
When people take offense to that.
When people hand me gum, I'm like, so what you saying? My breath is, because I mean, I'm not above. If my breath is kicking, let me know, because I may have had an off day. I may have ate something. It's like, ooh.
Right. So if anything, everybody's wearing masks now. If anything, you should know that your breath.
Oh yeah, you should know.
Okay? You should know right off the bat that your breath stinks. Smell your mask.
There's some people right now passing out on their own breath right now. We're
gonna move on. We got the Oscars coming up, right? This weekend.
Yes.
Are they?
Oscars so black.
Yes.
The hashtag is Oscars so black this year.
So y'all gonna take the lead on that. I don't even know what the Oscars for. I ain't watched one dang movie but Netflix. Okay.
Well, everyone's talking about Judas and the Messiah.
Never saw
it. You heard of it though.
Yes. Heard of it. You never saw it.
It looks like that's going to run away. I didn't get to see it yet. I know Toll was telling me about that. But it looks like, I mean, every clip they show of Welcome to the Oscars, coming to the Oscars, they show that clip. But the thing about the Oscars, as hard as they're going to try to make it incredible, it's gonna flop.
It's
Yep.
gonna flop. Yep.
Definitely gonna flop. Just like the Grammys.
The
That flopped.
Grammys,
Right.
they flopped. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that was exciting was Nicki and not Nicki, what's her name? Meg the Stallion and Cardi B,
Right.
you know, and they had to put that on it because they knew it was flopping.
Yeah, it's gonna flop. I mean, you can't do these events without crowds. First, of all.
Right.
It's
And
just impossible.
Do they have a host? I don't think they have a host either.
Oh, they don't have a host?
I don't think they have a host.
No, and they're doing it in 2 different locations. I mean,
Oh,
I'm checking
yeah.
about it,
Yeah.
but they trying to make it hot.
I will never underestimate Hollywood, especially with a lot of black people that's going to be nominated. A lot of black people may watch it this year. So I don't know if it's going to flop, but I can see why it might flop because of what you guys are saying, the whole virtual thing. But yeah, Hollywood, the one thing they know how to do is put on a show. So even if it's, you know, even if it's all, you know, via whatever, Zoom or whatever, you know, it should be tight. And, you know, I don't know, the movies I think are like the Billie Holiday movie, Judas and the Black Messiah. All those movies are hot for black people.
Right.
You know?
So you think we're gonna come up this time? You think there's gonna be a lot of okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's definitely gonna happen.
I was telling Jay the other day, go see Judas and the Black Messiah, because that's really good. And, the Billie Holiday movie I haven't seen. I want to watch that one, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but she won an award last night, an independent award, and I think so. You know, he started winning these awards. The buzz is out there. Listen, a lot of black people are working this year because of it. So, I mean, you listen, Coming to America is not nominated, but that wasn't really what you know, that's not an Academy Award type of production.
It wasn't good either.
It wasn't.
I mean,
it was okay.
I think without Wesley Snipes, the movie would have just been like,
That's what I'm saying. I love Wesley Snipes. He was funny to me.
Wesley Snipes gives it like, okay, Wesley Snipes was good in it. But other than that, it was just a repeat of Coming to America 1.
Yeah,
you know?
basically.
It wasn't even a repeat to Coming to America 1. It was just like, no, you're not making me laugh.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm telling you, like I said earlier on one of the shows that we did about Coming to America, a lot of those suits they had on were for Amazon.
Wow. Really?
What?
I didn't know that.
I could have sworn I seen the jackets of those dancers on Amazon.
On Amazon. Yeah, look, we waited 30 plus years for that, and that's what we got.
I think it could have been produced a lot better. That's all. I think they could have kept some elements of part 1, but part 2 needed to be hyped and
it needed to be different.
Yeah, it needed to be different.
It was part 1 all over again, with the exception that he had a son. It's like, okay, great.
But they must have ran out of money. You know, that's when I'm saying, Vincent, when you cut that deal, sometimes I know you got to get the money up front, but so many other things you got to bring into the negotiation. So the money goes fast.
Oh yeah, the money goes quick. Yeah.
I think he got 130 million for that.
Wow.
You know? Wow. But you know, he has to get his salary. So he said 90 million for me.
Right. Arsenio had to make about 10. Yeah.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
They said
Arsenio had to get a good chunk.
They did it, and
they did do it.
Maybe they'll be a part 3.
I think they made a lot of money off of it. I don't think money was a problem because everybody would have been waiting on it. It just wasn't good, you know.
Right.
But I think Amazon. I mean, was it on Amazon Prime or
Amazon Prime.
It was #1 for like 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, so it's not like it's not a draw. It just wasn't
funny enough for me. There was no memorable moments for me. Period. None. As Coming to America 1, there was a lot of memorable moments.
Yeah.
I mean, I could watch that over and over again.
We still quote, Coming to America 1. We still quote it 30 years later. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, everybody still be laughing off of that, y'all. 30 years later.
Yeah. So that's what we need these days. We need movies now that are memorable. Like Coming to America 1. What was all the ones back in the days that you still remember and still makes you laugh every time you pop it in to watch it.
Right.
We don't have that these days.
Speaking of movies, go ahead, Jay.
I think what these films do is employ people. They employ a lot of people. So now you have Lee Daniels, in levels of being the boss, I guess, so to speak. Directors,
right.
Designers, award winners, leading actors, women and men, and where maybe 4 years ago even there weren't many. You had Viola, like at least they still giving love to Chadwick.
Yeah,
Right.
they are. God bless them.
So
Yeah.
it's just that's what I think the biggest difference is. Is like now, it's just not like a Halle Berry the only one getting work. Now you
Right.
got Michael B. Jordan getting work. You can name like people after people after people. This guy out of Bridgerton, who didn't even come back to Bridgerton, by the way, and he's getting 50 grand. He was getting 50 grand a show.
He deserved every bit of that money.
But he don't want it. He didn't take it.
But Jay, I was going to bring up Michael B. Jordan, because he's actually on this new Tom Clancy that's coming out, I think next week on Amazon. You talk about crossover because that character in the book's a white guy. So for him to land this role is just like, okay, so are we finally able to cross over? Because you remember a few years back when Idris was going to play Bond, and then that got shut down. Like,
right.
That got shut down.
Black James Bond. Right, but now you got Michael B. Jordan, who's doing great things, coming from the little kid that was on The Wire way back when.
Right.
Now he's about to play this action hero in this Tom Clancy movie.
Wait a minute, Jordan was on The Wire?
Yeah, he was Lil Wallace that ended up getting killed by his homie.
I gotta watch The Wire again.
Yeah. He
I
was
didn't know that. Yeah, I did not know that.
I love The Wire. I claim I love The Wire. I love The Wire.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, maybe that's a sign to come for us, in Hollywood. Like,
I agree with you on Idris because he had a quote that I posted where he said, "I can't play James Bond because I'm black."
Yeah,
but white people can play Egyptian pharaohs. So I posted that on my LinkedIn. But that said, I think they messed up by not casting him as James Bond. They would have made so much money.
They would have made so much money.
Yeah,
for so many reasons. Because he's actually from over there. So it's not like he would have had to put on a front. That's him. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I think that was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I think that was a big missed opportunity. I think,
and the time that they would
messed up.
And the time they were thinking of casting him, his star was brighter.
Oh yeah,
right now it's a little dull.
Because he had that little show. What was it? Luther?
Luther was fun.
Yeah, Luther.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was a missed opportunity for Hollywood. Like I don't think anybody would have gone to the theater and said, "Well, wait a minute, he's black." Like
right. And on top of all that, he's a really good actor.
Yeah.
He's a very talented actor. So he would have played the role to a T. You know.
Agreed.
So I think they missed out on that. But a lot of white girls I know love him. So I know the shit would have sold out. And a black woman would have went to go see him. So
I definitely would have.
Yeah, it would have been a all around win,
Yeah, people love Idris.
Yeah,
but he's in a dry movie on Netflix now, Concrete Cowboy.
Oh yeah, I tried to watch it. I tried. It is dry.
I watched it.
I tried.
It's good. You got to stick with it, Tonya. You got to stick with it.
I was gonna start it the other day, but I was like, I don't know if I want to start this because if it's not good, then I'll be disappointed. Like, come on, Idris, why'd you do this, man? Come on, man.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's his own little
money grab.
Yeah,
and it's directed by that guy. It's directed by that black guy who does all of those movies, like in London. What's his name?
That guy.
So speaking of black and black cast, have any of you guys seen Them on Amazon?
No.
I skipped over it. Is it good?
It's actually pretty good. So if you got Amazon Prime, before you watch it, Anthony, listen to what the director says about it. And he talks about how things were going on in the 50s with blacks moving into Compton and how real estate companies.
Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about the movie Them.
Them. It's like a series.
Yeah. I have watched that. I'm on this it's kind of scary.
It is scary.
Oh, that's Lena's movie.
When you look at the things that are going on, it's like, this is what was going on with black people in the 50s, especially when they tried to move into Compton and all this other stuff. And
what they had to deal with when they were
what they had to deal with.
Yeah.
So Anthony, if you have it, man, it's great.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah,
I'm
check
gonna
it out.
check it out.
I think I'm on episode 4 or 5 or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I usually watch all the black shit.
That's all right.
Me too.
Me too.
I
Me
mean, the
too.
one thing that was good that I saw, and I'm gonna watch that one. Thanks for telling me, Vincent, because that was my next. I saw Two Strangers. You guys see that one?
What is it?
It's called Two Strangers, where the guy keeps trying to go home to his dog, and the police, no offense, the police keep killing him.
Oh no.
What's this on Netflix or what?
It's Oscar nominated. Yeah, it's on Netflix. Is a brother. He meets this really hot girl. They have a one night stand. So he keeps waking up and he keeps just wanting to go home to his dog. They're in New York City. He keeps wanting to go home to his dog, and every time he tries to leave, he gets killed a different way by the same white cop.
Oh wow.
Two Strangers. Huh?
Two Strangers.
I gotta check that out.
It's really
Yeah.
On
All right, so
Netflix?
listen. Yeah, it's on
Definitely
Netflix.
don't watch Jamie Foxx's show. Dad, you're embarrassing me.
Because that's
I was
embarrassing.
watching it.
That's embarrassing.
I thought it was good.
Well, I'm
I
gonna check it out.
laughed, but I felt it was a Get High movie in a way. It was just kind of like,
Oh,
I don't
Two
know.
Distant Strangers. I see it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull it up.
Yeah, Two Distant Strangers. Yeah, watch that tonight, Vincent. It's
Yeah.
good. It's a movie short. It's only like, I think it's only like 35 minutes. So
Yeah,
Uh,
32
so-
minutes. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so listen, we're about to get up out of here at 7:59. Go ahead and
Okay.
shout yourself out, Vincent, first.
Pleasure, y'all.
Yes, but
Real,
where are
this
you
was good.
from?
We gotta
Tell
do
people
this
who you
again.
are again. One more again.
Vincent Hill, weekend anchor and reporter KGRH in Tulsa, the NBC affiliate. I am on Instagram at Vincent Hill TV, Twitter at Vincent Hill KGRH, and of course on Facebook. That's where you can find me all the time.
All
we
right.
gotta get there. Can we live stream you? Can we see you on the weekends?
Oh yeah, no doubt. You just go to kgrh.com and there's a live stream button on there.
All right.
Oh,
Check you
good.
out.
I gotta check you out. You
Yeah.
out.
Anthony,
Yeah.
go ahead and shout
Yes.
yourself out.
Yeah, Anthony Tall, sports lawyer, sports agent, represent high profile cases, LA, media pundit, media commentator, political commentator, and political strategist.
Well, how can we get in touch with you if we need your help?
Anthony Tall, you could just reach me at anthonytall.com or Anthony at Miracle Sports.
Okay. Well,
All right.
hopefully next time you come on, I can see your face. 'Cause I haven't seen you in like
I
He's
know, I'm
driving.
in LA traffic. I'm in LA
driving.
traffic. That's what I said.
and LA traffic and everything. But listen here, we had a great show. Thank you all for being with us this Friday and everything. Have a great weekend. Make sure you can check us out on all our past shows on YouTube. Just type in Always On with Tonya and the ampersand sign, Jay. And our new
Next
show,
week, and next
the
week,
and sheet.
we're talking about being black is exhausting.
Yeah.
There was an article in the Washington Post by the guy from MSNBC, Jonathan Capehart.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take his article and we're grabbing our girl Janet D to talk about it with us.
Right, and that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great conversation. So make sure
That's
you
a
all
great
tune in.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one. Let's do
Oh,
it.
Anthony, you're welcome to come back.
I'll be there.
Okay. All right.
In the meantime, watch out
This
for
is
that
the
yuck
city.
mouth.
Yeah,
Right.
watch out for the yuck
Guys.
mouth. And make sure you be nice to them though. Don't ghost them if they got yuck
We
mouth.
won't.
Don't be like me.
I'm ghosting them.
I'm ghosting their ass. I'm out. Listen, like I said, we're on YouTube, we're on Apple, we're everywhere. Just type in Always On with Tonya Jay, Google it, and you'll find us. Be
You're
safe.
right.
Have a great weekend. Peace, y'all.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
Bye, y'all.
Just finished our podcast. See ya.
Peace out.
That's a lot of work. Good night.
Good night.
You coming to the city tomorrow?
I don't know what you want to do.
I don't know. I think we're packed, loaded. It turned out to be great.
Okay.
Where's the after party?
Your house. We're coming to your house, Juice. Yeah, we're going to Juice house.
Tony, I was freezing out here.
I can't believe it was cold. That's because you're by the water. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to shout out those songs. I am so sorry. I put it out on there. But anyways, yeah, the artists. I really do like that song by Drew Bass.
Put my
Uh-oh.
mask on. Ugh.
No, I'm sorry, D. Morgan. D. Morgan. The song is Straight Jacket. That's some sexy shit. I like that. All right, y'all. We out of here.
All right, T. I'll see you tomorrow. Call
All
me.
right. I'll call
I
you.
may not see you. I may not see you tomorrow, but hit me up tomorrow.
I will call
Okay.
you. Okay.
Right.
Bye,
Peace.
y'all.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye, Juicy.
Hey.
Peace out, JUIs. You the man.
You the man. Love you.